today on Divorce Court.
I would like for Alexis to be a little more mature and just, you know, maybe possess the capabilities of letting things go.
We don't know how to communicate that we love each other when we're angry.
I am definitely polyamorous for life. I'm anti-monogamy. It's just not for me. That's just who I am. It's what I am.
I want to go to a monogamous relationship from a polyamorous relationship, and I'm not sure how Sean Paul's gonna feel about that.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Alexis Young and Sean Paul Williams. The two of you have been together for 3 years, living together for 3 years. You're having difficulty staying together, and you thought you'd come to me and ask my advice, so I will give it to you. You have no children together, correct?
No.
Go, righty. I'm going to start with you, Ms. Young. Tell me why you're here.
I'm here because I am interested in actually getting into a monogamous relationship with him. We're actually in a polyamorous relationship, and we've been seeking another partner. And I just think there's so much that we have to do between ourselves before we add something to this chaos.
How did you first get into a polyamorous relationship with him? Whose idea was it? Was it a lifestyle you were both into? Did you meet in it, or what?
I knew nothing about it, actually, and when we first met each other, he was talking about adding another partner into our relationship, and because I like women also, I didn't have a problem with it. But just 3 years in, I'm noticing little things that I just don't appreciate from him, as in, I don't get the attention that I deserve. I feel like he doesn't speak to me the way that he needs to. I feel like we can't communicate, so adding someone into this doesn't make sense.
Got it. I got to make a small definition. Polyamory, or a polyamorous relationship, is a relationship in which there is no monogamy. That romantic relationships is just not two people. You can have a number of people all loving one another, and nobody's upset about it. Yeah.
There's supposed to be boundaries, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's where the problem is, I think. So why don't you tell me, you're not happy with the boundaries that he sees? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, as far as us trying to find another partner, I feel like he is on his own when it comes to that. He, contacts women on his own. He'll have conversations with them. I won't have any knowledge of what's going on. He'll tell me, I want you to talk to this girl. I've been talking to her for months. I didn't know anything about it.
Tell them why.
I'm going to ask you in a minute.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I was thinking out loud, Your Honor. Forgive me.
No, you weren't. I've been on this bench a long time. So that's what you're upset about, the way he's bringing in
Yeah, like I'm not a part of it.
Okay. Mr. Williams, your response to that is what?
Okay, my response to that is she's not a part of it because she chooses not to be a part of it. I mean, you can see she's a beautiful woman, and like most women, women are the hunted, men are the hunters. That's just what it is. It's been that way since the beginning of time. So again, she chooses not to take part in that. It's not for anything that, I'm saying, oh, no, you can't.
Have you sat down and had a discussion about how you are going to pursue other women? Have you talked about the procedure of it?
Yes, we have.
And what did you agree upon?
That I am the one, because I'm the talkative one. So, and again, she's a woman. She's used to being pursued. She's not used to, pursuing somebody. It's different for her. But again, because she's a bisexual woman, she's in this type of relationship, it's almost as if she's in this situation like a man, where if I was to pursue a woman, it's foreign to her. So again, she chooses for me to do that. That's why it happens.
Well, what do you think her concern is with respect to the nature of the relationship then? If it's not that, what do you believe she's unhappy about? Because clearly she's unhappy about something. What do you think it is?
She's alleging that she doesn't get attention here, which is, this is something I'm hearing for the first time today, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let's investigate that.
Yes,
Ms. Young,
please.
what do you mean by you don't feel like you get enough attention?
His phone is his best friend, and like I said, he's always pursuing other people to be in our relationship instead of working on our relationship. I feel like we have a lot of just in between. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but we don't know how to communicate, and what he said was false. It's not that I don't mean to go back, but it's bothering me. It's not that I don't want to be involved. It's that I don't like being left out. I feel like I'm in the dark. I feel like you're being sneaky. If I don't know what's going on, I feel like you're hiding something from me. So he would pursue it on his own because he doesn't want me to get upset when something falls through, or, you know, someone says they're gonna come or they're interested in us and they're not. So he'll hide that from me, but I feel like he's being sneaky.
I think I see what you're saying. I think you're assuming he's thinking something, and I think he's assuming you're thinking something, and you're not really having a conversation about it. But I do want to clear up another thing. What also gets in, I understand, in conflict in your relationship is that you are a producer, a film producer, and you are an actress, and you do sex films, porn. And so that too enters into the complexity of your relationship. Is that accurate or not?
It's pretty accurate. It's amateur online adult fetish films, Your Honor.
And how do you feel that it's all impeding your relationship or impinging on it in some way, or you think it's unrelated?
It definitely affects our relationships in the aspect of where I feel like, you know, because again, just full disclosure, Your Honor, sure. I have an exceptionally high sex drive. But when we're intimate on camera, to me, it's like when the cameras are done and we're done working and I want to be intimate with my woman, I don't want to hear about, oh, we've
already done it. Let's not do it again.
That's work. It's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Does that problem appear in your relationship, that once you've done it on film, you don't want to again do it in your private life?
Yes. Yeah, I'm tired.
Because you've had enough.
Yes.
Huh? Tired.
But I mean,
I'm doing all of the work.
Okay, no. But I get something out of it when we're on camera.
A lot out of it.
He says he doesn't, and that's why he's wanting more when we stop filming. Mm-hmm. I get something out of it. It's not just acting to me. Like, we're, you know, intimate, and I feel it. He doesn't. He feels like he's just working, and that's why it's not enough. But I'm done. Like, after that, I'm tired. I'm done.
We have to look a certain way to do what we want to do. And again, if you don't want to do that and maintain yourself, you should get a regular job, you know, a regular 9 to 5, and not do what we do. Your job is to be sexy and beautiful. That's what we do. That's our profession.
Let me ask you, but thick women are kind of in these days. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes, they are.
What I got from your papers, Ms. Young, is that you feel a bit like a sex object and a little bit bullied. Did I get that right, or did I miss it?
Yes.
Can you explain to me some of the things he's saying or doing that makes you feel that way?
For instance, when Sean Paul wants to be intimate all the time, and I can only give but so much. I'm one person, and we've had conflicts in the past where I've had to go out to the hospital because we've been doing too much, and I want to lay back, and he doesn't seem to get that.
Right. But beyond the sex, let's talk about, you know, you wrote in your papers there, he says things like only speak when you're spoken to, and yells at you and all this. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Not even close.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to you in a second.
Sorry.
When he's, again, like, he's a great person when he's not upset and when he gets his way. But when he doesn't, it's whatever goes. So he knows that I have issues with my weight. I've gained a lot of weight these past couple months. And when he's angry, he'll pick on me. Like, I could be eating something and he'll make a comment like, so you're not trying to change yourself? Or we're outside and I'm like, God, I'm hungry. I could eat like a horse. And he's like, well, I wish I had a woman who didn't talk like that. It's demeaning to me when he knows it hurts me.
Mr. Williams, what do you have to say? Is that not true?
That is
she misinterpreting? What's going on?
So exceptionally inaccurate, Your Honor. And just to clarify about what she's saying is, again, we have this online business that we do, so therefore our appearance is critical to what we do. She knows this. And I always say verbatim, I'm having my manager hat on when I'm talking to you, and it's like, we have to look a certain way to do what we want to do. And again, if you don't want to do that and maintain yourself, you should get a regular job, you know, a regular 9 to 5, and not do what we do. Your job is to be sexy and beautiful. That's what we do. That's our profession.
Let me ask you, but thick women are kind of in these days. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes, they are. And again, something else that she neglected to tell you, Your Honor, is she's, I don't know, flowers for no reason. I spoil her ridiculously. You know,
I just
do
said
everything.
when you are in a good mood and you get what you want.
I do it all the time.
No, Ms. Young, you didn't. You did.
Well, when he's in a good mood and he gets what he wants, he is amazing.
Either
but
I
let
am or
him
I'm
be in
not.
a bad mood. He's not opening my car door like he usually does, or I'm gonna have to take out the trash like he says women don't have to. When he's upset, it's different.
Ms. Young, it's always different when people are upset.
I try not to be that way.
Huh?
I try not to be that way. I don't think anything changes with me.
Well, what would you like him to do when he's angry?
I would like us to have an adult conversation when he's upset without him belittling me, calling me names. I get it. Like,
you got to give a man a chance to talk.
He talks.
Yeah, I'm like.
He talks.
But I need to talk to him. I need to hear from him. So you're going to have to, be considerate.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Williams, did you hear what she said?
Yeah, yes.
Do you understand why she feels this way, or is she just misinterpreting what you're doing, or
Definitely.
you think she's being overly sensitive?
She fails to mention the part where, yes, she wants me to talk and express myself, but I told her, again, I'm very forthcoming about who I am. I'm a first-class jerk when I'm upset, pretty much like most people, but I admit mine. Yeah, so if I need a minute to cool off, I need you not to stand in front of me, keeping me from going out the house to go cool off when I need to cool off. Because I'm telling you, if you're going to force me to talk, and I tell you all the time, I'm going to spit venom at you. I try to go outside and cool myself. You're keeping me in the, like, physically keeping me in the room like, no, we're going to talk now.
Do you do that?
I do, because I get anxious if I don't resolve a problem, and I don't want him going out there and I'm stuck with my thoughts and my feelings.
And I get that, Ms. Young, but let me tell you, that is unwise, and I will tell you why it is unwise. I wish I had more time than I do. I really do. I haven't given you an opportunity to tell me what you think the primary problem in this relationship is. Or are you content the way it is, and she's the one looking for change?
No. I'm far from content, Your Honor. The insecurity issues, her temper, the way she likes to isolate herself when she's upset, and her excessive drinking.
Ooh.
So that's just a few, just
laundry
off the top.
list. Let's talk about the anger. Do you get very angry? Do you isolate when you're angry? Or?
Yes. He knows that I deal with severe anxiety and depression, and I cannot cope well. I understand that there's people out here who know how to deal with things better than I do. I'm not good at dealing with conflict, and I will isolate myself, but that is...
For days. Sorry, I was clearing my throat, sorry.
You know, Mr. Williams, I see your point of view, I really do, and I understand what difficulties you're working with, but being an adult about it will help the situation far more than interjecting and all that smarty
my
stuff.
apologies.
It's not helpful. I don't have much time here. I really would like to help both of you. I really, really would. She's hurting over there. I'd like to help her. You're not happy. I'd like to help you. But, you know, if I've got to discipline you like we're in 5th grade, nothing happens. What do you want? If I could wave my magic gavel and give you what you wanted out of this relationship, what would you change?
Our communication, really, because it all stems down to, like, I think a lot of things would change if we knew how to talk to each other like adults. I run and hide because I don't know how to communicate with him that I'm hurt. I might just be angry and not, it reflects off as something else and vice versa, but I don't like isolating myself. It kills me.
Well, what one thing would you want if I could wave my gavel and change something about this relationship that would make you more content in it? What would it be?
I just feel like it's probably boils down to a maturity issue. And again, I know I'm not perfect because, again, when I get in my moods, you know, yeah, a little comment here and there, but it's like I've been plucked, I've been put in a corner. I try to go outside and cool myself. You're keeping me in the, like physically keeping me in the room, like, no, we're gonna talk now.
Do you do that?
I do, because I get anxious if I don't resolve a problem, and I don't want him going out there and I'm stuck with my thoughts and my feelings.
And I get that, Ms. Young, but let me tell you, that is unwise, and I will tell you why it is unwise. He is removing himself from a potentially explosive situation, and he's going to hurt you more by staying there. If he is not calm and together and centered, he's just going to be yelling or angry. So you have to say, I understand this is how I feel, but making him stay to have a conversation about it is not resolving my issue. Do you see what I'm saying? You think it does, but it doesn't. At the end of the day, Ms. Young, from what I understand, from what you told me here, you want to have a monogamous relationship with Mr. Williams. Is that accurate or not?
It is very accurate.
Have you discussed that with him?
No. No.
Is that, Mr. Williams, is that something you would consider, or is simply not for you, which is your right?
Definitely not for me. It's not who I am. I don't feel like I should have to compromise what I want, because again, I was forthcoming about who I am and what I want. And she was okay with it.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, people are oohing and ahhing, but I don't have a problem with that. People are who they are.
Thank you.
If they lie to you about who they are, then shame on them.
Thank you.
But if they tell you who they are, you can't expect them to become someone else to accommodate who you are. You with me?
Yeah.
I want so much for you to be happy. I want so much for that anxiety and depression to be resolved. Having the right guy will not resolve your anxiety and depression. Been there, done that, don't work out. What you gotta do is you gotta go see somebody about it. The brain can retrain itself, relearn how to respond to things emotionally, and you really, really do need that. Go see somebody. They will help you with that. He is not the solution to your problem. I'm glad you told him you wanted a monogamous relationship, because I think that was really on your heart. But you understand that's not what he wants, right?
I do.
And you understand now you have a decision to make about what you want.
Yeah.
Make the decision, but don't stay in it and be angry that you don't have what you want. You with me on that one?
I am, yes.
I could talk to you all afternoon. I'd sit down with you and stay. I'm going to send you to somebody to get you started, but you have to understand the realities of the situation. You've got to accept those two things. And if you didn't learn anything today, is one, let him leave the room when he's hot, and number two, don't expect him to be somebody that he's not. Okay?
Yes.
Good luck to the both of you.
Thank you. Today, when I heard him say that he didn't want to be in a monogamous relationship in front of everyone, I was definitely devastated. I wasn't expecting that answer from him. I thought that he would give me the benefit of the doubt and maybe find it in his heart to want to work on us and not involve someone else, but it didn't go that way.
Alexis, it seems like she has a decision to make, because it seems like she has her own agenda, wanting this monogamous relationship, which, by the way, I'm just hearing for the first time today. So it's just not me. It's not who I am. It's not what I want. I've said this from day one.